name is Amy Renee, Carnivore's Angel. What do you think of when you think of a carnivore? It might be this, or maybe that, or even this. But I am actually a carnivore, and so is my husband. And we happen to belong to a tribe of tens of thousands of people who consider themselves carnivores as well. So what does it mean to be a carnivore as a human? Well, if it comes from an animal, we consume it. If it comes out of the ground, we generally don't. You see, I used to eat plants. I had 39 years under my belt of being on the standard American diet and 1 year of being keto. Then I decided to do a little experiment. My husband and I both did. We decided we were going to go 30 days completely animal-based. See how we felt. Get rid of all plant matter. And yes, even coffee. Well, after our 30 days, we decided to bring back in plants to see how we did. Let me tell you, it was not fabulous. It did not go well. Come to find out, he and I, and many plants, really do not get along. After our little experiment, we decided that we love being carnivores, and we really don't miss much. We did go back to coffee because, priorities. Well, actually, we're what Miss Nisha Berry likes to call ketovores. We do eat a little bit of plant matter. Some keto sauces, some spices, a few things like that. But for the most part, we are completely meat and fat based from animals. You may ask, what on earth drove us to make such an extreme change, and why would we even consider doing something like that? Well, let me tell you our story. Just before Christmas, December 2018, my husband came to me one day and he said, I don't care what it takes, do whatever we have to, spend whatever money we need to. It's time for us to get healthy. We've got to get in shape and lose weight. I had been waiting for this for a long time. Little did he know, I'd stealthily been trying to do just that for the past 2 years, between different diets and exercise routines, and he followed along with whatever I suggested. The reason I had started looking and trying to find a way to get us healthy was because he had blood work done. And after seeing his results, I knew in my heart that he was going to have a heart attack by the time he was 45. Well, up to that point, it had been a lot of trial and error. Now, we listened to the experts. We weren't just doing this on our own. And I'm not saying that all experts are right or all experts are wrong. What I'm saying is that the people that we listened to, and we did exactly what they told us to, it didn't work. Not for us. So we had to find a new way of doing things. Here we are, Christmas 2018. He and I both topped out on the scale at 252 pounds. But the thing is, there was a point in time where I didn't actually weigh myself because I didn't want to know how much I weighed. So as you can see from these pictures, I'm pretty sure I got up to 260, possibly even 275. We both tried going vegan. That worked for a minute, and then we started developing a whole new set of problems. We realized we were getting worse and not better, so we stopped. We tried low carb and several diets like it. We tried low calorie. We tried juice cleanses. You name it, we tried it. None of it worked. We exercised. We walked. We ran. We lifted weights. We did yoga. All to no avail. And then, one day, I came across the keto diet. Well, in all truth, I had actually seen it about a year prior, but I figured it was just another fad diet, and I wasn't willing to look into it because I was not going to be one of the ones that got sucked into a fad diet. Needless to say, I finally gave in. And what changed my mind was the more I saw about it, the more I realized that it was based on actual science, not theoretical science. So we figured we'd give it a try. What happened? It worked. It actually worked. We lost weight. Not only that, but we healed a whole host of other problems we had no idea were being affected by food. For example, I had been on antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications for 15 years prior to that. I had been told by many, many doctors that this is just how I was and I would be on these medications for the rest of my life. One morning I woke up and I looked at my husband and I said, I think I can come off of my medications. He was terrified, but he said that if I really thought I could, then I could try. So after talking to my doctor and doing some research, I very, very slowly weaned off of my medications over the next 6 months. I had to be careful. Those are some really hardcore meds, and you can actually cause brain damage by coming off of them too fast. So as excruciating as it was, I did it the right way. And over the next 6 months, weaned myself off of them. And that too worked. I was finally free. And now that I'm on the other side of it, I know the difference. I feel the difference, and I can see the difference. I can look at people whom are in the same situation that I was, and I know that there's hope for them. When we're told every day, there is no hope. This is how you are. Get used to it. Not only that, not only did we lose weight, I also completely cured my fibromyalgia. We had no more allergies, no more acid indigestion, no more prediabetes. So many people are told so many times, this is just part of getting older. This is just how you are. It's in your genetics. Well, guess what? I disagree with that now because I've lived it and I've changed my life. And there are a lot of doctors who disagree with that as well. So, after a year's worth of keto, here we are. I lost over 100 pounds. He was down 70 and also off of all of his medications. The funny thing is, we did keto all wrong. What do I mean by that? We spent money, and it was a lot. Buying supplements, powders, bars, shakes, because we followed the fad way of doing it. That's what I thought we had to do. Well, I have good news for you. You don't have to do that. Please learn from our mistakes. My husband, to this day, still says it was money well spent because we learned a lesson. Basically what not to do. It's like when you go out to a restaurant and you get a new dish, you try it for the first time and you absolutely hate it. He says that's not money wasted because you've learned something from it. So it was worth it. To me, I'm still on the fence. I have seen commercials for women's keto and men's keto, and I can tell you, what you need to do is you need to find your keto or your carnivore, and I can help you do that. Something funny happened when I went carnivore. I actually gained weight. Yeah, I know. It's a little crazy. And I was pretty discouraged, but I stuck with it because I realized something. I am more than just a number on a scale, and I am more than what my pant size says. And guess what? So are you. Carnivore is a healing diet above all else. It's incredible what happens when you feed your body what it actually needs. It can fix itself. I've seen research and I've seen claims that keto and carnivore are dangerous and they'll do things like give you kidney stones or dragon breath. Well, I can answer each and every one of these claims with science and the doctors, nurses, scientists, and even engineers to back them up. These are just a few of them. I have over 3,500 hours of research into this and 2 years of living it to top it off. So the way I look at it, if what we've gone through helps even one person realize that they don't have to spend money to be keto, or gives one person the courage to try carnivore to see what it does for them, then our experience will be worth it. Not only that, we have 5 children that are keto. Yours, mine, and ours. Altogether, we have 9. You might call us the Brady Bunch. However, they only had 6. I have 9. They had an Alice. I don't have an Alice. You will get to see how the ones that live with us look and act after eating keto for a whole year. And yes, they're still alive. You will get to hear what changes have happened to them, all for the better. There really isn't a lot out there on keto for kids. I've looked and I found some things, but there's not a ton. There's lots of research showing, for example, a therapeutic ketogenic diet can cure or greatly reduce the amount of seizures that an epileptic child has. But it's so much more than that. So many more things have been affected in our kids that I can't even begin to explain. And we want to share just a little bit of that with you. Our older girls that live with us, for the most part, choose to eat this way because they too can feel and see the difference from what they put into their bodies. So you'll get to see what we eat in a day, tricks and menu ideas. You'll also get some tips on how to deal with family members and friends that might think you're a little bit crazy for doing this. I'll share my recipes that I have been developing over the last year, and we'll see. Maybe you'll even get some of my secret recipes with permission from my older girls and my husband. So, how does one start down this path? Well, don't do what we did. We'll tell you what worked for us and what we've learned. We'll share our favorite products that are a treat, not a staple. Each of the kids will get their own episode, and you will get to hear about their journey and watch them make their favorite dish as well. In other exciting news, we just bought a house. We are currently living in our RV in Wisconsin in the winter because it's 2020. Why not? We recently left California and we are setting down roots here in Wisconsin. We'll be sharing that part of our adventure as well, from setting up our farm to me learning how to decorate a house, which I am terrible at. Just after Christmas, we'll be getting a puppy. We're going to have chickens and all kinds of other fun things for you to see. This is a family affair and we'd like you to come along with us. My logo was designed by my 14, soon to be 15-year-old daughter. My husband came up with the name, and I'm going to have several of the kids help me edit and do all of the technical things because it really is not my forte. We have a lot of fun and really cool family stories that we want to share with you as well. That about wraps up who we are and why we're here. Oh, and my husband's legal side is rearing its ugly head, and he wants me to make sure that you know the following. I am not a nurse, I am not a doctor, I am not a dietitian nor a nutritionist, and I will never be any of those things. This is not medical advice. This is simply our family story and the things that have helped us. And we're hoping that maybe it will help you too. If you'd like to come along with us, we'd love to have you. Let us know that this video inspired you. Give it a thumbs up. If you want to come with us, don't forget to subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, it'll notify you every single time we post a new video. Thanks so much, and we can't wait to see you soon.